Hi YouTube. So basically this video is going to cover everything that happened on my surgery day and everything immediately surrounding the surgery. So the day before surgery for me was July 6th, 2015. I was on clear liquids, so chicken broth, water, basically stuck with water. It was fine. For me, it wasn't that bad. I was more nervous about the surgery than anything. I didn't really think about it too much, but it kind of, the whole process for me went extremely quickly, so I didn't really have, my mind didn't have the time to absorb everything that was happening. So I wasn't as nervous as I thought I was going to be. But clear liquids the day before surgery, and then shower the night before. That was it. And then NPO, or nothing by mouth, after midnight. So woke up the morning of surgery. I want to say we woke up at like 6:30 or 7 in the morning maybe. Might have been earlier than that. The sun wasn't up for sure. And took another shower. Got dressed, got ready. I had packed the night before, and I can do a packing video if you guys want to see one. But got showered, got ready, got in the car, headed over to the hospital. When we got there, we went straight to registration. Registration will take your information and give you another ID band to go with the one you already have from pre-op for your blood work to match your blood. Then they sent me upstairs to the surgery waiting room, and we were there. That was the longest part of the whole process. I was there for about 20 minutes. And the whole thing didn't take long. I thought it was gonna be hours. But I was there for about 15-20 minutes because there was no one at the desk. So when the girl came back to the desk, she was like, "Oh, come with me," like the minute that she came back. So I went back to I guess it's the surgery pre-op area. I don't know. It was a whole bunch of curtains and a whole bunch of beds all lined up in a row. A couple of beds had people in them. There was 2 nurses there waiting for me. Both of them were RNs. They handed me a cup. I took the cup, went to the bathroom, peed in the cup, came out, stuck it in the basket. They told me to stick it in. Put on the beautiful outfit that they gave me to change into, which was just a gown and a cap, and then they gave me a bag to put all my belongings in, my eyeglasses and everything, and put all my belongings in the bag, and then opened the curtain when I was done to let them know I was ready for them. They came back in. I was stuck, I don't know why, but they did the back of my left hand, my left forearm, my right forearm, the back of my right hand, and then finally I told them they should try over here. They did this one before the surgery. I don't know, there were so many sticks, I can't even count. There was 3 or 4 nurses trying to start my IV. Even my friend Kim from pre-op was back there. So everybody's trying to start an IV on me, and one of the ladies that was in the surgery came over. Her name was Cheryl, and they were trying to start the IV on me, and I remembered, like a light bulb went off in my head, the Foley catheter is coming. And she said, "I'm going to be in the surgery with you." And I said, "Okay, I don't want a Foley catheter." And she said, "Well, that's up to the doctor." And I said, "Okay, I don't want a Foley catheter." So she said, "Well, I'm going to have to talk to the doctor about that." And I said, No. Unless you have an extremely good looking man who's going to put it in with his teeth, I don't want a catheter." So everybody laughed. She turns around and walked away. When I asked my doctor, my doctor was fine with it. So yay, no catheter. So if you don't want one, just tell me you don't want one. You'll probably not have to have one. So finally they got the IV after, I don't even know how many attempts, but it wasn't their fault. And they gave me a Lovenox shot too, in my stomach. And I directed the lady to give it to me like I knew they were gonna be doing surgery in this vicinity. So I was like, put it over here. There's plenty of fat right here. So I just didn't want the Lovenox in where they were gonna be sticking trocars through. And I was very nervous about them giving me Lovenox before surgery because I thought Lovenox makes you bleed or thins your blood. So I don't know why they gave it to me before I went in for surgery, but they gave it to me immediately before I was going to have the surgery. So I guess it doesn't kick in, I don't know. Or that's just how they roll, I don't know. But they did do that before I had the surgery and everything was fine. So, yeah, so what happened now? So then, my husband, I don't know why I downgraded him to boyfriend so much. My husband, we just got married, so I keep forgetting. They allowed him into the room, they brought him over, everybody kept asking me over and over again what surgery I was going to be having, and I'm really glad that they did that, because I was very nervous that I was going to wake up and have had the wrong surgery or have something missing that I wasn't supposed to have missing. I had irrational fears. I never had fear about actually having the surgery or what life was going to be like after having the surgery. My fears were all irrational, like way silly things. Like I wasn't gonna wake up, or I was gonna have my legs missing when I woke up, or I was gonna have somebody else's arm attached to me, or I had very strange fears. So I'm really glad that they discussed over and over again, what surgery are you having, what surgery are you having, what surgery are you having, because that really made me feel more at ease. That everybody was aware of what I was gonna get done while I was asleep. So then my husband came over, they let him in, they were like, okay, say goodbye, because the minute they got the IV, they were ready to take me away. So my husband came in, I handed him all my stuff, my cell phone, my eyeglasses, my clothes, and gave him a kiss, and that was it. So when we went into the surgery waiting area, they handed my husband a card. They gave it to both of us. And it had the first 2 letters of my last name, the day of my birth, and then the first 2 letters of my first name. So if your name is Jane Doe and you were born on the 1st of January, it would be DO01JA, is how it was. That was the mnemonic that he was able to use so that he could see where I was in the process. And there was a huge 70-inch TV screen mounted right in the surgery waiting room where every seat could see it, that had everybody's mnemonic listed and their doctors listed and their where they were in the process of, like, as if the surgery process was a ride and you're riding the surgery. So so if you're in the waiting area and you're in line to get your ticket, and if you're getting on the ride, and if you're in line, and if you're finished with the ride, and they just have it all set up there. So it was cool. So, and they had the little faces. They had the surgeon with the mask on when you were starting. My husband said his stomach was in knots when the surgeon with the mask popped up next to my name. So that was that. He said goodbye, went outside and watched TV, my surgery TV, for the next 45 minutes or so. They rolled me straight, and I was like, and this is the point where I was thinking, like, do I really want to do this? Like, is this the point of no return? Like, this is not the point of no return. I can really think about this. Like, let's just think. And before I knew it, here I'm laying flat, and here comes a mask over my face. And it was this little short, nice, very nice anesthesiologist guy. And he was like, okay, you're going to go to bed. And he was probably like eye level. He was extremely short, and I'm laying on a gurney, so, or maybe they had me elevated, I don't know. But all the other nurses were taller than him. But he's like, now you're gonna go to sleep. And the mask wasn't sealed on my face. So I said, it's not sealed. And he's like, what? And I'm like, the mask is not sealed. So he's like, what? And I reached up and I grabbed it, and I said, it's not sealed. And I pushed it back down on my face. And then he's like, oh, okay, well, now you sleep. And that was the last thing that I remember. So I ended up waking up and being very nauseous when I woke up. So that must have been why. He must have been cranking it because I wasn't going to sleep. And I wasn't going to sleep because there was no seal on my face. So that's pretty much how the surgery went. Like, I was not scared, I was not nervous. There was a couple of minutes before, like, as I was getting wheeled into that room, where I was, like, thinking about it, like, okay, this is it, like, this is it. But it was a really pleasant process. Everyone was really nice. I was very comfortable. So that's basically everything that happened before surgery. This video is getting extremely long. It's already at 9 minutes. So I think I'm going to cut this one off here and then do a separate video for my experience in the hospital, because I'm going to have to break it up because I don't want YouTube to reject my video. So if you guys have any questions, you can email me at mrspersianqueen@yahoo.com, and you can always message me in the comments below. Thanks, bye.